Okay. All right. Let's just start. Okay. Let's just start. We said a lot of time. We spent a lot of time already. All right. So let's just start. Like I said, I'm going to be repeating the class of yesterday today, so that those who missed out can also benefit. Okay. So let me just confirm again if you can still see my screen. So I'm starting now. Can you see my screen?
Yeah, I can see it.
All right, so let's start. So yesterday I started by saying, what do you think about money? Okay, what do you think about money? Is it, and yesterday I got some answer. Someone said, oh, money is, an exchange. If I need something, I have to give you money to get it. Someone else gave another answer. So I asked, what exactly do you think about money? Is it earned? Is it something you work for? Okay. Is it inherited? Some people think, oh, money is the root cause of all evil. Is that true? What exactly do you think about money?
Yeah.
Okay. And also, have you been chasing money all your life? These are questions that you need to answer. Because in today's class, what I'm going to tell you will change the way you've seen money your whole life. Okay? And that's why you are here. And I want you to think about some some wealthy people around, okay, that you know. I'm talking about people like Warren Buffett. I'm talking about self-made billionaires like Oprah Winfrey, like Jeff Bezos, like Elon Musk. Okay, those people are self-made billionaires. And what I mean is that virtually all of them were born in poverty and then they became self-made billionaires. So the question you want to ask yourself is, what is it that these people know that I don't know? Okay, what is it that these people know that I don't know? And I'll tell you this for free, that we've been lied to. Okay, our equation is all wrong. Our equation of wealth is all wrong. We've been lied to. We've been taught that, oh, okay, money equals salary earned from a job. At least when you go to school so that you can get a job that will hopefully, start paying you a monthly salary. And you see, so that's how we're taught. So we go to school just to get a job. And I believe that you are here because you want to make money and you want to make a lot of money in the shortest possible time that there is. So if that's your goal, then I will tell you that that equation of wealth, that is, go to school, get a job, and start earning salary. That equation will never make you a lot of money. Will never make you wealthy. I'm not saying it's bad, but that's not the way to go if you want to make a lot of money. Stay with me.
Yeah, sorry to disturb you, but please kind help mute your mic. And he left.
What did you say?
I was trying to tell Kind, what the name of that guy, Kind enter to mute his mic. He's bringing some kind of vibrational wave here, so I think he left the group.
He has joined again. No problem. No problem. Sorry about that. All right. So now, so we want to ask ourselves. That was 2 days ago. Ask yourself. I asked you. If you want to be a billionaire, you have to think like a billionaire. Okay. And I said that something about billionaires is that they pay attention to their most precious resource, and that is time. So what is it that all these self-made billionaires know that you don't know? And then the truth is that they have a better equation than you and I. They have a way of understanding money that you haven't quite grasped yet. And that's what I'm going to use to introduce this class. I'm going to tell you what is the truth about money and wealth. Now, the rule of this game in any market is that, see, you are paid a proportion of how people perceive you, of how valuable people perceive you. Okay, and then the people that perceive you are your market. And when I talk about market, I'm talking about yourself, I'm talking about your roommates, I'm talking about your friends, I'm talking about the whole country, people you interact with. Okay, now for people to earn in millions, there has to be a market that values them. Okay, there has to be a market that sees their value. And yesterday I spoke about the football platform that people imagine they play Mr. Toyo Motoshaw. I said put something up on Twitter recently, and I'm just going to paraphrase it. He said, you know, people pay. I mean, all these big footballers like Neymar, Lionel Messi, see Ronaldo, they are paid a lot of money just to play football weekly. He said he is not interested in. Um, he said he's not. He said something. He said he's not interested in in how much they are paying them. Right? He's more interested in the people who are paying them. Why did I say that? Because there is for people to earn so much in football. It's because we value football. We have placed a lot of value on football that we are willing to spend millions on football. I don't know if you get my point. Why did I say that? Because the market has to value you. They have to see you as valuable for them to give you their money. And that is the same way. You only earn as much as people value you. People perceive your value. Okay? So for you to earn a million, the market has to see your value. And look at that. It's not about how hard you work. And it's not about getting a job. Okay, the question you need to ask yourself is how can we make people perceive our value? And that is what people like Jeff Bezos and Elon Musk they did. They increased their value such that we now perceive them as valuable. So now I want to look at the first step to the equation of wealth. And it's very simple. And I'll tell you this. Okay, if you have been chasing money, I know we all need money here, but if you have been chasing money, I have to tell you this that you have been going about it the wrong way. Okay, you have been going about it the wrong way. I wrote here, I said, if you have been chasing money, you've been doing it all wrong. And I know this might sound crazy, right? This might sound crazy, like, what exactly are you talking about? I need money, so I should chase after money. But I'm telling you now that if you have been chasing money, you've been doing it all wrong. I mean, if you want money, it's not money you should be chasing. Okay? It's not money you should be chasing. Just give me a minute, please. Great. It's not money you should be chasing. So what? Alright, I wrote here, so what? I said, if you want money, solve problems. Please, can you still hear me?
Yes.
Great. If you want money, solve problems. Always start from the problem. Okay? If it solves a problem, money will be thrown at it. And if it's a million naira or $1 million problem, then the solution to that problem will make you millions. Will make you a millionaire. And I want you to think about the problems that websites like Amazon has helped us solve. You know, the hassle of going to the stores, you know, the hassle of waiting for weeks just to get a product delivered to you, things like cheaper prices and so on. The thing is that Jeff Bezos has helped solve $1 billion problem, and he was rewarded favorably for doing so. So if you have been chasing money, you've been doing it all wrong. And I know this sounds silly, sounds crazy, this sounds paradoxical and pretty insane. But if you want money, it's not money you should be looking for. You should be looking for problems. And not just that, we're going to see this shortly. You should be looking for solutions to these problems. And once you found the solution, you are going to build a business around it. I know you might be thinking, oh, are you not trying to tell me that if I just solve a problem, I'll be rich? Are you trying to tell me that I should go and build or create the next Amazon? Are you trying to tell me that I should go and create the next Facebook or the next Google? Like, are you kidding me? I don't even know how to code. I don't even have a lot of money to start. I don't know how to scale up. That's probably what's going through your mind right now. But I want you to hold on. Don't forget what I said. Always start with the problem. Always start with the problem. Okay? I said, having found out the problem, you find the solution to those problems. So I said the solution to wealth is easy. Problems plus solution equals money. It's as simple as that. That is how money works in all the markets. Still following? That is how money works in all the markets. I said this is the equation to which all money is found. And that takes us to what we have to see today. I'm going to look at two different things. The first thing is market research, and the second thing is product research. So section 1 that you have here, I wrote identifying and understanding your dream buyer. Right? In the section 2, we'll be picking a hot product that sells like cold pure water on a sunny day. I explained why I laugh anytime I read this, but let me just leave that for today. So we'll start with the section 1 because I really want this class to be brief and straight to the point. Identifying and understanding your dream buyer. Now, how do you do this? This thing is very simple. You have to listen to the market around you. The market around you are simply your friends. Pay attention to what I'm saying. The markets around you are, first of all, yourself, your friends, your roommates, your colleagues, your family members, and people who are around you, the country itself. So you really want to listen to them. What are people saying that they don't like? What are people saying that they wish existed? What are people saying frustrated them a whole lot, or it's frustrating them? What do people think is incredibly inconvenient? Okay, these are problems. These are what? Problems. Then having done that, you want to ask yourself, is that a problem that I can solve? That's what you should be asking yourself. And is it a problem that is worth solving? Okay? Now, let me just get to this section in total. So that is how it starts. So you want to find people who are most likely to buy your products and services. And the best way to do it is to listen to the market. Listen to your market. What do people find inconvenient? What do people say they don't like? What are people saying that they don't like? What do they wish existed? For example, as I am like, I wish, I wish, I have a lot of wishes, right? I have a lot. For example, let me just keep it to myself. But I have a lot of things I really wish for. Okay. So you really want to find out what are the things that are frustrating people on a daily basis. That is how you know people who are willing to buy your products and your services. Okay? And I said that a very good way to do this is to appeal to what we call the large market. The large market. Okay? Now, one of the secrets to skyrocketing your sales is by appealing to a large market. Okay? It's by appealing to what? A large market. And this is like a breakdown of the entire audience of buyers in any market. They can be divided into 3 categories. Okay? The first one is 3%. The 3% of your ideal or your dream customers are ready to buy now. And most people just focus on the 3%. But I'm here to tell you that there's 37% of people who are still thinking about it. Now, these figures are not exact, but they're hypothetical. 17% of them are still gathering information, and 20% of them they're just simply aware of what they want. Okay? Now, a whooping 60% of these people don't even know what they want. Okay? And so most people only appeal to this 3% of people who are ready to buy. They only want to meet people who are ready to buy. But that is not a smart way to go about business, because you will only be appealing to a smaller group of people. So I'm here to tell you that you should focus a whole lot on the 97% of people who are not ready to buy now. Okay? But they will buy shortly. The goal is to move the 97% of potential customers up the pyramid faster. Let me just check if there's anyone else to join. Okay. Are you still following me? Can you still see my screen?
Yes,
Okay, great. Thank you for your
you can still
response. I
see
really
the screen.
appreciate it. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. So thank you. So the idea is you want to move the 97% of people, okay? You want to move the 97% of people up the pyramid, up to the point where they are now ready to buy. That is the goal. We're not yet to only focus on the 3% who are ready to buy. We're also going to focus on the 97% of people who will buy shortly. And let me tell you, when you focus on the 97% of people who will buy, you are also focusing on the 3% who are ready to buy now. So that is how it works. So the goal is to move 97% of potential customers up the pyramid faster. Because, I mean, believe it or not, even those people who are disinterested, who are not interested, can become one of your most lucrative customers if you know how to approach them. Okay, like I said, the problem is that most people treat every lead, every potential customer as the 3% who are ready to buy now. That is not the way to go about it. Okay, you need to have a system where you can appeal to the large market. Okay, now how do you do this? I wrote here, I said, so what? How do you move the people, the 97% of people who will buy from you shortly up the ladder to the point where you they can now buy from you. So to reach that 97% of the people, right, who are not ready to buy now but will be ready very soon, what we want to do is by applying, we want to educate them. We want to apply, we want to install a system that I spoke about in the next slide. I said the key is to install a system that, number one, that attracts them, that educates them, that nurtures them, and number four, that gets them to act. Okay, so we're not just focused on the 3%. We want to focus on the 97% of the people who are not really ready to buy now, but will be ready shortly. Now, the first thing we want to do is we want to attract them. And that's what we'll be looking at tomorrow in tomorrow's class. We'll be looking at how you can attract them, what we call throat grabbing headlines in your content. Okay, we want to look at how can we effectively attract these people. What are we going to use to attract them? We're going to look at it tomorrow. We'll talk about the lead magnet, the money magnet. Some people call it the high value content offer. Okay, we're going to see all of that tomorrow. We want to attract them with a piece of free information. That's the idea. Okay? We want to attract, we're going to look at that tomorrow, so let me not focus on that. We want to attract them with a piece of information that's going to suck them into your space. Then when they are in, the next thing you want to do is that you want to educate them. Okay? Then you want to nurture them, and then at the end of the day, you want them to act. So that's like the framework. That's how we're going to go about it. But I'm going to take it step by step. Okay? We're going to take it step by step. So, yeah, let me just see. I just hope I'm not leaving anything out. I'm trying to look at it if I'm leaving it. So, remember we said the first thing is what to do. It's always start with the problem. What is the problem? And having found the problem, what do you think the solution would be? And then when you found the solution, you want to present that solution with what we call an irresistible offer. We're also going to look at that tomorrow. What we're going to look at tomorrow, we're going to talk about how to attract these people and then how to present them an irresistible offer. Let me just digress a bit. An irresistible offer is an offer that when you present it to people, they feel stupid saying no to you. And I'm going to teach you all of that. So I really want you to follow me through. I'm not just telling you, giving you tactics, giving you tricks. No, I'm telling you what works. I'm telling you the psychology of humans, how humans behave. Okay? So having found out the problem, found out the solution, we will now want to present our solution to them. And you want to make your solution, the most obvious thing out there. So how do we do this? How exactly do we do this? I really want to make this class very fast so we can end. Now, that's what we call knowing your customer intimately. Knowing what? Your customer intimately. Now, before you think about presenting an offer to them, before you think about attracting them, before you think about educating them, you really want to know them intimately. You must know your customers or your potential customers intimately. Okay? You must know them intimately. Because when you understand this, you can now tailor your marketing message directly towards them. And many people fall for this trap. They believe that, oh, they think they just know their customers. Some people think just getting basic information like gender, age, and perhaps their location, it's enough. No, it's not enough. That's a big mistake because knowing your customers intimately can be the difference between winning and losing. Okay, you want to go beyond just knowing their name, their age, their gender, and where they stay. No, you want to know them intimately, and I'm going to show you how. So, how do you really identify your dream buyer? Is by paying attention to three important points. Three important points. Now, before we go into these three important points, I want you to understand that really, and I'm serious about this, that understanding someone's age and gender is not enough to really know them. I mean, your competitors are already doing that anyway. So you want to stand out, you want to be different, you want your message to stand out from the crowd and really win your customers over. So you want to dive much deeper. Okay? Now, you really want to uncover, your customers' deepest and, most important desires. You want to delve into their, we're going to talk about this shortly. You're going to delve into their pains, their wishes, their hopes, you know, and yeah, so there are three important points in order to do this. And I said number one is by using the Pareto's principle of the 80-20 rule. Now, we saw this in day one. I know I didn't really delve into it critically, and that's not the subject, that's not the emphasis for today. The Pareto principle simply states that, see, 20% of your time brings 80% of your results. The 80-20 rule, 20-80 rule, anything. 20% of the money you put into any business brings the 80% of the results or the profits you see. Okay, 20% of anything you do is what 20% of your customers, they are the ones that are actually making 80% of the money you are ever going to make. So why am I saying this? You want to focus on the 20. You want to focus on people who will bring the money to you. And how do you do this? The second thing in knowing your customer intimately, number two, I said you have to identify their hopes, their dreams, their pains, their fears, those things that literally keep them up at night and tossing and turning and unable to sleep. Okay, like I said this yesterday also. I remember the first time I was presented the offer to get the 72 IG program. I couldn't sleep. It was during the COVID period of 2020, and I needed money. I was not doing anything. I needed money. I was broke, really broke. All I had in my account was 1,500 naira. But I knew I needed this, so I went to borrow the money. In fact, I borrowed like times three of the money. And I promised the guy that borrowed me the money that I will give him back his money after 1 month. And I'm going to give him with 15% interest. Now, why did I do that? I also wanted to challenge myself that I'm going to put in the work and ensure that within the next 30 days, I will make money. And I'll be able to pay this guy his money back. I wrote that letter of commitment I asked you to write in day one. It's just a pity that, sorry, I said it's a pity, right? It's just sad that some of you, not most of you, some of you have not still sent it up to now. Let me tell you, that same letter of commitment that you wrote, that I asked you to write, I wrote the same. I wrote the same. I wrote it. There was even a time I wrote how much I wanted to make. I think it was towards the last quarter of last year or so. I'm not really sure. And I put it in the wall in my house. My house. I put it there in the wall. I want to people come and visit me. They will look at it and they start laughing. Like, this guy, are you serious? That is how sucked in I am into this thing. Like, I'm really passionate about it. Okay? So, listen, I'm telling you, I did it also. I'm not just telling you something I didn't do. Let me just confirm. Okay, you're still with me. I'm not telling you something I didn't do. I wrote that letter of commitment to myself. I did it. I did it. Okay. All right. So, yes, you want to, what was I saying now? If I lose focus. Well, number two, right? So, Number two point is that you know your customers intimately. You want to identify their hopes, their dreams, their pains, their fears, those things that that makes them stay up at night and then they can't sleep. They're always thinking about. You really want to. This guy Robert Collier said you want to enter the conversation that's already taking place in your customer's mind. That is how you know them intimately. And I spoke about this that I'm the kind of person that when I'm talking to you, I do a lot of listening. And for you to be an effective salesperson, you must be a good listener. You must be a what? A good listener. See, in any sales conversation, in any sales appointment, the person who listens the most is the one who controls the conversation. The one who asks question is the one who controls the conversation. I can talk for we can talk for 30 minutes and you do a lot of the talking. Not because I don't have what to say, but I want to listen to you. I want to understand your hopes. I want to understand your dreams. I want to feel your pain. I want to, understand your fears. I don't know if this is making sense, guys. Please let me know. Are you following me?
Yes.
Yes.
All right, great.
Yes.
So a good salesperson is a good listener. You must be able to listen. I can't stress this enough. That is why I said there's a way to position yourself as an authority that people will tell you, please take my money. Just please take my money. No, you tell people from just looking to just take my money, please. Just shut up and take my money. So that way you're no longer chasing people. You've listened to them, you've understood where they are coming from, and then your sales message will be targeted. You are going to hit the needle, hit the nail on the head. You're going to push the button that will actually move the needle. I don't know what I'm saying, but just if you get my point. Okay? So, you really want to enter the conversation that's going on in their head. I gave an example yesterday. That was 2 days ago, or yesterday. I went somewhere and then I saw an old-time colleague. And we just walked down, we're walking down, and he was asking me to give him update. The guy actually thought I was doing yahoo yahoo, unfortunately. But I mean, I don't do that. So he was he's into it. Okay. So he was asking me for updates. Like I should give him link and all of that. And I explained to him that I'm not doing that stuff. That what I'm doing is actually legit and all of that. So I explained to him briefly. Okay. But later I asked him, okay, how about you? What are you up to? That's when I actually knew that, that's what I was talking about. So he started talking. And I did a lot of listening. Deliberately. Probably next time I'm going to talk to him, I already know his pains, right? I know his hopes. I know his dreams. I know his fears. I know what exactly he's looking for. And my marketing message will be channeled directly towards that. Okay, so you really need to understand these things. You need to understand these things for you to be able to do what? To know your customers intimately. The third thing, which is actually the most important thing, is creating a dream customer avatar. Creating what? A dream customer avatar. See, knowing your customers, your dream customer changes everything. Your products, your services, your marketing strategy, your value proposition, your pricing, the tone of your marketing message, and what channels you are going to use to advertise. And even more, it changes everything. Now, why the concept of knowing your customer avatar? What is the idea behind it? Now, the reason for that is that, see, you cannot afford to address everyone's problem at the same time, especially into this market condition where the media, we use the media to reach our customers. The media that we use to reach our customers is very highly fragmented. Okay, see, if your business is going to compete with big guys that are already made, then you have zero in your dream. You have nothing at your disposal. But if you're actually going to make a lot of money, you want to zero in on your dream buyer. And I see a lot of people saying, "Oh, I just want to sell to anyone that's interested in my product or my services." See, that person is bound to fail, and I'm not even mincing words. Some people say, "Oh, I want to target every business owner out there I want to target every homeowner out there. I want to target property investors and all of that. See, specificity is key. And that is why defining your dream buyer, creating your customer avatar is very important. Okay. Now the idea behind this is that you want to narrow that large market into just one person. And this is one of the hardest parts of starting a business. It's one of the hardest parts, and I know this because I've tried it before. But the good news is that once you do it, everything else will fall quickly into place. So what is the dream avatar? Dream customer avatar. It's simple. You want to narrow your customer, your large market into just one person. Like you want to, in your marketing message, you want to feel like you're talking to just one person. Okay? You want to feel like you're talking to just one person. So you want to imagine yourself talking to that your friend, Mr. Boston Yomotosho, the owner of the 72 IG program that has changed a lot of lives. He said something. He spoke about he said this publicly, that's why I could say it, right? He spoke about his copywriting student who was now, his name is Uche. And Uche was supposed to write, I don't know why someone is calling me on WhatsApp. Let me just, please let me just give someone, let me address, let me check what's going on. Let me just check. Is anyone trying to join? Let me check that. Okay, I think I might have to send
Yeah, I think
another
someone wants
link.
to.
Someone wants to join. I can't see anyone. I might have to send another link after this because I think we have limited time for this call. I'm not using the upgraded version of it. Yeah, so I'm seeing your call ends in 3 minutes here. Upgrade to Google Workspace and all of that. But let's just see how it goes.
No,
When
I will
it
send the
stops, let me
document.
know how it goes. Yeah, if it stops, okay, we'll just send another. Please mute your mics. If it stops, I'll just send another link. I'll just continue. Okay, guys. I can't see anyone trying to join here. Sorry for. Let me just try to address this now. Okay, I think I should just tell him to wait. So I'll send a new link.
Please, I will need a name link before my time runs out.
What did you say?
I said I will need a name link before my time runs out. I have 2 minutes left.
Yeah. It's just this 11 o'clock. I'm getting to the late part of this lecture. I think we should just start another call. I'll send the link now to the group so everyone else can join.
It's the same.